I got the bloodlust. Me too. I want to kill. Let's kill.
Hello again, and welcome to The Bloodlust. This is your go-to podcast for classy broads talking horror. This is episode 224 of the program. Tonight, we are not talking about Beau is Afraid. We had a little debacle, and it led us instead to see Evil Dead Rise. So that, listeners, with our hearty apologies, is what we are going to be reviewing tonight. So if you have not seen Evil Dead Rise, we do suggest pausing this and going and seeing it. But we'll try and make it sort of spoiler-free at the beginning. I couldn't have gone any higher at the last part of that sentence. Sorry about that. I couldn't have gone any higher.
If you listen to the show, you know we don't hit spoilers till later anyways. That was funny. But yeah, we don't usually hit spoiler territory until
we don't.
Further in anyways, but
yeah. So my name's Amy. I'm your fearless leader, joined, of course, by Jamie, my lovely, talented co-host. Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to explain what happened, Jamie?
Oh, sure.
Appreciate it.
Someone called in a bomb threat, and we all had to leave. No, I'm just kidding. It was like by some strange happenstance that everyone wanted to see that movie apparently at that time on that day, and it was in a smaller theater, which all were unexpected things. And the only seats
like a 12-seat theater. Sorry, go ahead.
There were maybe more than that.
20.
It doesn't change the fact that all they had left was front row. So we took a chance and got them, because sometimes front rows pushed back a little bit further. Nay, that was not the case here. It's AMC in Troy, Michigan. Get your shit together. Don't sell those seats.
Yeah, there were people down the aisle from us who were like also very upset.
I mean, I've sat in the front row before, and it can be annoying, but I was able to at least see the screen. This, you just couldn't see it at any normal angle.
No, it gave me quite a headache.
Yeah, and for a 3-hour movie, that was a hard no from at least me.
And me. So
I felt very angry immediately, and I was like, we need to remedy this.
I didn't think that anybody was going to be able to make it 3 hours, so...
No way.
I happened to notice that Evil Dead Rise was playing 10 minutes later than the showtime for Beau is Afraid. So it worked out
perfectly.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We're really sorry. It just happened that way, and as we saw it on a Sunday, we weren't able to go see Beau is Afraid and record in time.
The Lord had different plans for us that Sunday morning.
Now, you may be wondering why, if you still went and watched the movie on Sunday, did you not put the episode out at your normal day of Monday? Well, there's another explanation.
That's a funny story too, folks.
Yeah, this was just fuck up after fuck ups. We're really sorry. I know we've been doing this almost 10 years, but for some reason, we were chugging along, just finished a nice recording, a nice episode. Kay was a guest on it, and I thought it was a good episode on Evil Dead Rise when I went to hit stop on my recording and found that it was not recording, which has never happened to me before. But this time I do have it up, and I'm watching my voice appear, so I know that it's recording.
Excellent.
So hopefully we won't have to do this a third time. Thank you, Jamie, for your patience.
Hey, it's happened to me before, so what are you going to do?
I guess I'm owed one.
Yeah, we each get a handful. Shit happens. We're not perfect.
We're not, but we do try for you, and we hope that you will enjoy this episode anyway. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's talk about the round table. Jamie, were you into horror games as a kid? Your Bloody Marys, your Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board? Did you do Ouija, seances, blood sacrifice?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. We went a little harder, and we did legit blood sacrifices. No, not really. But I was into those things because even as a kid, I loved to be scared, and I liked to feel scared, and I wasn't particularly afraid of scary movies so much so that they I didn't want to watch them, obviously. I sought them out and tried to sneak out to watch them. But when I learned about Bloody Mary and, like even Freddy, like as scary as those movies were, I feel like I wanted to kind of conjure that. Just
they're
to be
intriguing.
Like, what is this like? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember most of the times doing those and actively trying to scare my friends that I was doing them with. Because
you were the one who was
like Bloody Mary,
everyone.
I never thought really that it was real. Kind of maybe hoped a little bit, like, all right, we're gonna turn the lights on and like shit's gonna go down, and it never did. But I would have been the asshole to like try and scare the other person I was with.
That does sound like you.
So I don't remember specific stories, but for sure I would have done that. Because I remember one time having a sleepover and watching Jaws and some other scary movie, and I remember being in cahoots with my dad and my brother so that they would go around the house and make noises outside the like door wall area and scare my friends.
You little shit. And then you pretended to be innocent and not know anything?
Oh yeah, I just joined in on being scared.
That's great. Oh boy, it must have been fun sleeping over your house.
It was. Everyone loved it. So yeah, we didn't have a Ouija board, but I remember like playing it a couple times at probably sleepovers and that sort of thing. I am largely a skeptic, so nothing ever happened, and it was just like fun to try and freak other people out. And just be silly kids. But I remember some like scary video games.
I remember Fatal Frame. I think it was for PlayStation 2.
I'm thinking
where
there
you
was
take
something
pictures
on
of
Nintendo.
ghosts. Oh, I don't remember.
And there, it was
any
like
scary ones.
I mean,
Well,
it
there
wasn't like a
Splatterhouse.
scary game, but it was like themed, horror-ish themed. I feel like I remember
Splatterhouse was very
Splatterhouse.
fun. That was for Genesis.
There
And
was one with like, was it with like ghosts or zombies or something? And it had a really weird music
I don't
to
remember.
it. We used to walk up to GameStop, and that's where I first played it. Like I didn't have it, but I would have been into those too, like any sort of horror themed game.
There was a horror CD-ROM game called Phantasmagoria that I really liked when I was in high school. Like a freshman in high school, me and my friend Angie played it over the course of like 3 weeks because we weren't that good at games. And we had a lot of fun with that. It would have like video cutscenes, you know?
Yeah.
It was a fun game.
I wish I could remember the name of the one I'm thinking of, but that's
I wish you could
nuts. My
too.
brother
Maybe
might be able to remember.
Maybe you should text him.
That's
I was
what
kind of
just did.
afraid of Bloody Mary when I was little. Just the idea of something behind you in the mirror or in your reflection of the mirror. But I played Ouija all the time with my brother and sister since they're older than me. I played a bunch with them, but we always made them with poster board. And used a shot glass as a planchette. I don't know who gave them that idea. But we have shot glasses.
Were you using shot glasses? But
handy. I don't know why.
It works.
We just had them. They were a glass that was the right size.
Yeah.
My parents' alcoholism came in handy. Just kidding. They don't have.
And could fit all of your little kid fingers.
Yeah. That's right. So listeners, did you play any horror type games when you were a kid? Did you ever experience anything scary? I played Ouija one time in high school on a class trip to Boston, and we spoke with my friend's deceased father. I don't know.
That's nuts.
I don't know if I can disprove it because we even had her write down some questions and then leave the room and had the answers be correct.
That's crazy.
It was a crazy thing.
I've definitely never had anything close to that happen. No, I think I've probably mentioned before, no like spooky haunted house feeling. I'm open to it. If y'all are out there, I'm open. Come and see me. Like,
Come haunt me.
I'm a hopeful skeptic.
Possess my body.
Yeah. But like, it ain't happened.
Right, everyone always.
So I don't
used to
believe it's
say,
not
like,
possible, but
don't mess with these things. You never know what you might invite in. It's like, yeah, I want to invite.
yeah, lady,
it'd be
that's
interesting.
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's right.
This is me inviting. Now though, like I don't really care for guests of any kind, so
yeah, I'm not really
not inviting anybody into
anymore.
my sphere.
Jamie finally got COVID, guys.
No, you're supposed to keep that under wraps.
All right, I won't tell. I'll cut it out.
No, don't. I did kind of get COVID. Who cares? Like, everyone's going to have it at some point.
I just
went
thought it'd be
3
cool if I
years.
knew one person who was immune.
I mean, yeah, it's not me.
Ah, well.
Spoiler
I had
alert.
such high hopes for you.
But I did have a very mild bout of it. It came out of nowhere and then left just as quickly.
Well, I am glad.
But I am left with like a very annoying cough.
It sure can be a hanger-on. I couldn't
been, like,
concentrate
2
for like
weeks
3
now.
months.
Yeah, you had like a real bad go of it.
I got pretty sick, yeah.
I had one day
it pretty
where
hard.
I slept a lot, and that was pretty much it.
And you like sleeping, so.
I freaking love it.
Right.
I don't even hate being sick in general. I've probably
Yeah, I
mentioned
don't
that
either.
before.
Because I like
I'm
attention.
queen at being sick.
And I like food being made for me and brought to me.
Yeah. See, I don't really like attention, but I like being babied by my parents.
Yes.
And
All I need
so,
really
of
is someone to go, oh, you don't feel good. You know, something
yeah,
like that.
I don't mind babying others. I like taking care of and like
Yeah.
babying other folks when they're sick. But I love that my mom's first instinct is to get me a box of saltine crackers and a 2-liter of Vernors.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
what
all I
makes
need
you
are my
feel
crackers
better.
and my ginger ale.
It's like I liked my warm Coca-Cola when I had a tummy ache.
Yeah, there's just something nostalgic about it all.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm throwing up, I still have to call her to come down and hold my hair.
Well, you do have a lot of hair.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that anymore. That stopped last year.
Well, you got to grow up sometime.
Yeah, you do. It's about time.
All right, let's start talking about Evil Dead Rise. It still sounds weird to me.
I don't like the title.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Evil Dead. I feel like it should be Evil Dead Rises, and maybe that's not grammatically correct because the Evil Dead they rise, I guess. But I don't like how it sounds.
Or is it like the Evil Dead Rise?
What do you mean?
Like if Dead Rise was something, like it just doesn't.
The Evil
Dead
Dead
the series
Rise.
of words doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't
in my
love
brain.
it, and I didn't question it until I said it out loud. But like seeing it on the screen didn't bother me. I don't know.
Evil. I think I kept wanted to say it was Evil Dead Rises, like you were.
So
thinking.
yeah, that's what I always want to say too. All right, give us the stats.
Oh yeah, the stats.
Oh yeah, the stats.
Those stats. So it's written and directed by Lee Cronin. Stars Mirabai, Pease, Anna-Maree Thomas, and Alyssa Sutherland. It's rated R. Runtime an hour and 37 minutes, which is a million times better than 3 hours.
It's quite a bit better.
Unless you're John Wick 4, and then you can be as long as you want. It premiered at South by Southwest March 15th, 2023. Released April 21st, 2023. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting with 85% fresh from critics and 80% fresh from audience.
It's a crowd pleaser.
And it's currently available in theaters. Yes, this is... I think that almost goes without saying for Evil Dead themed movies that they're gonna probably be crowd pleasers. Like, they just have to hit very specific notes. And maybe it doesn't win over everybody, but it's fun to see in a theater. Like, that's objectively just kind of factual.
This was originally supposed to be on HBO.
Well, then they made the right call.
Yeah, evidently it tested very well, so they decided to put it in the theaters, and it's doing quite well. I think it's made 40 million already.
Yeah, they're probably all giving themselves some high fives for that one.
Yeah, good idea, good idea. It just proves that people love going to see horror in the theaters.
It's fun, especially if you have, like, a good crowd that you're with. And we had a very fun one. They were very vocal.
People were laughing it up, which I enjoy. And I feel like they were laughing more than they probably did at the last Evil Dead movie from 2013. I can't believe it's been 10 years since that movie came out. That's crazy to me.
Crazy.
And it's weird to me how much more desensitized I've gotten. Even in those 10 years, and I thought that I was as desensitized as I could be. Let's talk about the synopsis here. What is this about? It's a different Necronomicon. It's a different Book of the Dead. This time they discover it in a sinkhole opens up. It's this family in an urban area in an apartment building. And it's a single mom and her 3 kids. 2 are like teens. The third is young. And the boy of the family finds the book in a sinkhole that opened up in their parking lot. and of course plays the record that reads the words that awakens the Deadites, and it's his mom who gets possessed, and it's her estranged sister who comes to visit right before this happens, who is put in the unenviable position of trying to get the kids out of the apartment. And they find it increasingly difficult to do so because the elevator's broken and the stairs have been destroyed. So if the zombies were coming, they'd be safe. But as there are Deadites on their very own floor,
makes it tricky.
Indeed. So, Jamie.
What? What could you possibly want from me?
I can't imagine. Couldn't imagine. What did you think?
Well, I'll tell you, Amy. It's not my favorite of the Evil Dead movies.
Which one's your favorite?
I think the original one is probably my favorite.
You mean
like
Evil Dead 1?
Evil Dead 1. That's probably number one, but it's honestly a close second by the one from 2013. The one that came before this. Like, I just really enjoyed that movie, and like I've rewatched it a few times maybe since. And so it's maybe unfair that I am going to compare it so much to this one. But it's clearly like a new generation of Evil Dead that they're trying to like usher in or get folks, a newer generation of horror lovers excited about, while also still hopefully maintaining the classic, the old
and maybe
school
introducing
Evil
them
Dead
to
levels.
it.
Exactly. So they're trying to make it good for everybody. I will say I'll do positive things first, I guess. I thought the gore was fun. I thought they used an appropriate amount of blood.
1,700 gallons.
Yeah, that's bananas. I loved that. I thought it was funny. It had a lot of like chuckle moments, a lot more than the last one.
Yes, lots more.
So all in all, it wasn't a terrible movie. It had the laughs and it had the gore, but I would say that this felt very, in my opinion, it felt very muted for an Evil Dead movie. It felt like multiple times they just didn't go far enough. Like they almost got there and like teased you with it a little bit, but then held back. And I say that even though they used 1,700 gallons of blood, it didn't feel like it was used in a way that, I don't know, satisfied my like craving for violence and like upsetting scenarios as much as the 2013 one did. I think that one, in my opinion, was scarier and had more like tense moments, and actually more, the gore felt gross in that movie and felt realistically gross. Like I'm thinking of the one character carving her face off in the bathroom, and at first you're just hearing those sounds, and like you're hearing the sounds of like wet skin.
Yeah, that was a nasty
and, like,
noise
hitting in the sink. Like it's incredibly, you can visualize that before you've visualized it. Like you're hearing it and you're like, there is something nasty happening and I don't know what that is. Or jabbing the guy's face, stabbing it a bunch of times with a needle. Like,
what about the tongue and the box cutter?
Yeah, tongue and the box cutter.
That one got
crazy.
Me bad the first time. And when she gets, the truck falls on her and she has to rip her arm off.
Yeah, so those to me are like incredibly memorable, like gory scenes that were well done, and they were creepy, and they gave you that grossed out feeling. I did not really feel that once in this one. Not to say that like the gore and stuff was bad. It just weirdly felt like it just didn't go that like extra step. And I don't know if this is the reason, but like maybe it's because roughly 50% of the cast are children. And while I'm pleased that, I think we were both pleased that they went there and that there was like, they stabbed them and stuff. And I am not advocating for violence against children. This is fictional kids and movies we're talking about, but
it makes there be stakes.
Exactly.
Where,
a lot of movies hold back from harming kids.
Yes. So you generally don't feel as scared because you know they're not going to kill them.
Right. but they do harm the kids in this one. And so while I'm glad they went there, the scenes where the kids are harmed just don't go far enough for my taste. You know what I mean?
They definitely don't go as far as the 2013 movie.
Right. They absolutely hold back. And rightly so. Like, I think there's enough real world violence against children that we hear about all the time. So I completely understand not maybe wanting to put that in a movie in such a like gratuitous way. But then I wouldn't make half of your cast in a movie with like 7 people. I wouldn't make them all kids.
Or just focus a little longer on the killing of the neighbors instead, which they didn't really spend very much time at all on.
I will argue they spent almost none, because how we see that is that like
through the
weird
peephole,
flashy
right?
scenes through a peephole in a door. So it felt cheap. It felt like, I don't know. It felt like, we know you're here to watch this, but we're not going to really give you what you're probably here to see. Like, we're going to hold back a little bit. And maybe that's just me preferring a more realistic, like, I don't think there was, I guess I'll say, I don't think there was a solid blend of the comedy and like the violent parts of Evil Dead. 2013 to me is really kind of like, that's my jam right there. I want that level of violence. I want that level of gore and scariness. And it had some funny parts, but it wasn't a ton of that. So maybe my preferred version of Evil Dead is something that's leans less into camp.
Yeah, this one to me seemed like it was trying to combine the hard R-ness of the 2013 one with the camp of the originals.
Yeah.
And the originals did have gross scenes and stuff.
They
it was
did,
more
but
like gouging at wounds and stuff like that.
I remember watching those being like, I know I'm getting into this for like a comedy effect. Like, it's going to be funny. It's going to be campy. Yeah, it's going to have some gross out moments, but they'll be like uplifting. Like, it'll be like a positive viewing, happy viewing experience.
More of a fun ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you. What do you think you want to rate this one?
I think I would rate this a 2.5. So I would I would maybe be hovering more around like a 3-ish, but I'm taking points off because I'm going to tell you, it is my now number 1 least favorite fucking horror movie trope. I am so tired of the jerky movements, cracking bone sounds for a villain or a ghost or a deadite or whatever the hell it is.
I mean,
am
in
so
this
tired
case,
of it.
they're reanimated dead people, so I guess the force is making their limbs move.
No, it's stupid. You
I
can
know.
find
Figure a different thing out.
You're a movie
saturated the
writer and a
market with this.
director. Find another way to do this, because it has been done to death, no pun intended. It is not even interesting anymore. It's not scary. And every time, I'm pretty sure I'm at the point where every time I hear it or see it in a new movie, like I audibly groan, because I'm like, God damn, like you couldn't think of anything else. I'm going to tell you that shit is not scary anymore. It doesn't sound scary. It doesn't look scary. It just looks stupid.
Yeah, it usually elicits an eye roll.
Yeah,
I see it.
And that's a personal thing. I understand that, but like,
yeah, but it's also it's an overused cliche.
And they used it a lot in this movie.
They did, and they used it a lot in the 2013 one.
See, I feel like there must have been enough things
there were
that I
enough
loved
good
in the
things that you
2013
liked
that I was not paying attention.
Yeah.
Plus, that was 10 years ago. So we were not yet at the point where like it had been overly saturated. But now it's in everything. You can almost guarantee it's going to be in like every Insidious, every Conjuring, like The Nun, any sort of, cookie cutter Hollywood blockbuster that comes out that's horror themed is very likely going to have at least one scene where one character does the fucking jerky movement, cracky noise.
Cracky poppy.
Yep. The old cracky pop. It's annoying. I'm going to say it. It's annoying. And I'm like your dog thing. I'm probably just going to start taking off half a star.
Do it.
Because it's just, it's unoriginal now. It's not unique. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't add anything, and it absolutely like bums me out when I see it.
It's just
I'm like,
as unoriginal as the like closing the bathroom medicine cabinet and having a person pop up behind you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've just had enough. We're in a time where, luckily for us horror lovers, there are some incredibly awesome horror movies that have been coming out in the last
really
handful of
creative,
years.
interesting,
like creative, like,
and also some really good like classic themed, classic theme, straightforward horror too. I mean, it's not
just
that
don't have to do that.
Yeah, you got to make it fresh. We've seen all of this stuff a lot.
Yeah,
I liked it better than you. I would give it a 3.5. I think I ended up coincidentally not realizing that I was going to see this past weekend, watching the 2013 one again, because I wanted to show Kay, because I was like, well, we should probably go see this sequel. And then we ended up seeing it, so it worked out. And as I remember being more afraid and finding it more intense. And I guess that I've just become that much more desensitized, because watching it again, I was like, this really wasn't as balls to the wall as I remembered it. And some of it didn't work as great. I know, we've watched a lot of shit. We really have. We really have, it's true.
It's like taking weed tolerance breaks. Like,
I wouldn't know.
Oh. It's almost like it feels like you just have to abstain from it for a while. But that I don't think would work, because
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm still going to seek out like real world horror stuff, and that desensitizes me to a degree.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm just desensitized. I've done it to myself. I understand that. I can pretty much watch almost anything and be largely unaffected anymore.
Yeah. But I did appreciate some of the ways that they tried to make this a little more camp. I thought that some of the writing was, I would say that this one has it over the previous one in terms of writing. I think that some of the plot points were clever. They had the foresight to have the daughter throw the scissors under the bed that she then was going to get out later, which I thought was a pretty good setup. They also had the delight that was Stephanie, the little girl who is a weirdo. The little girl's just a weirdo. They make the kids, like, the whole family's cool, right? Mom's a tattoo artist.
I had enough of the family from the get-go.
And the son is a DJ and the daughter's an activist and whatever. But the littlest one is like kind of like Charlie from Hereditary. It's just
100%.
like a fucking creep, and cuts the head off her doll in the beginning when in like the setup of all the characters that we're meeting. But we learn that she's done this so that she could make this staff to protect the family called Stephanie, which is a baby doll head
Stephanie.
on a sharpened stick with a scrunchie around it, which was funny.
I
appreciated that. I appreciated some of the interactions between the family. Most of it I thought was pretty cheesy, but most of the 2013 interactions were pretty cheesy.
I think I was more forgiving of those cheesy interactions in the 2013 one, because it was just like, it didn't feel like they were trying so hard for us to be like,
to care.
Oh, yes, exactly. Like, you care enough for the most part, like to want the
Mostly
main girl
you
to
care
to
because
make
you
it.
don't want to see people get stabbed and flayed
Right.
and
And
punctured.
that was all I needed from that movie.
I agree. So
This
they didn't
one was
really
just
need to
like,
do this. In fact,
oh my
the more
God,
you care about them, the
She's
less
single.
you can
The dad
put them
left
through.
them. They're struggling. There's 3 kids. They're so unique and quirky and awesome, and like they're all 3 different, but yet their mom is so accepting. Oh, and she's got a sister, and oh, she's pregnant, and it's like, I don't care.
Just set them up and knock them down. That's all we want
That's
from
all
these movies.
I don't care.
You're right about that.
You making them a family unit does nothing to me.
I do think I didn't dislike the idea of moving it away from a cabin in the woods. That was fine.
Yeah.
Trapping them on their floor.
Setting, that Art
was
Deco
really
building,
good.
was
And the
super
building was
cool.
cool. And the elevator scenes were effective.
Mm-hmm.
And a peephole's always good.
Yeah, just don't overdo it. And don't do like 5 of the killings just through a peephole.
Right.
Where like 60% of it is suggested and you just see the aftermath. Like, I don't know. That's not what I came here for.
I did like a couple of the kills. I would have liked them to be more brutal, like you said. The opening scalping was good. I enjoyed that. The rest of the opening, meh, to me. Although the quoting out of the book she was reading was effective, I thought. And I liked the title screen and the fact that they're back with the like huge title card and the blasting music. I
don't
Insidious.
hate that.
That's no, I like it too. It makes me think of The Exorcist.
I'm a sucker. Yeah, I'm a fan for that.
And speaking of allusions to other movies, this has references to other horror movies, primarily The Shining with the elevator filled with blood, which I always just have to think of The Simpsons and the shinning that they did for the Treehouse of Horror. And
there was
that's funny. The blood usually gets off at the 5th floor.
It was a lot of it.
It was great. That was enjoyable.
It was great.
I enjoyed the cheese grater because that was a fun nod to Housebound, which I enjoyed.
Yep, we love some good cheese grater. She did not react nearly enough.
No,
for that
had to hurt
grater.
so bad.
I will say, and I'm just throwing this in there, and now I just feel like I'm just taking the piss on this movie for no reason, but I was bothered by it. I didn't think that actress was that great. There were too many scenes, in my opinion, where she did this sort of like stare somewhere, squinty-eyed look, like
nobody impressed me in this.
The like I'm acting look.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of a man clenching his jaw.
Yeah, like she and her sister were way too attractive for what they were trying to make them like as.
Lower middle class.
We're gonna put them in this dingy apartment, maybe like not brush their hair as well, and put them in some like grungy looking clothes, and you're supposed to believe that. Like, I'm sorry, they're just too. I don't buy it. Like the one had, I don't know. As soon as I saw the mom's face, I was like, you have very striking features, and like I'm already like, you're too pretty for this role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I have this goes back to Mama, way back however many years ago that was, around the same time as this. You want to make somebody like more alternative or whatever. I have never, as someone who used to work at music venues, who was in a scene similar to that for quite a long time, nobody refers to themselves as a rocker chick. And no, she didn't refer to herself as that, but she brought the little girl these bracelets and she's like, "No, you're a rocker chick." No. I think it was Margaret Thatcher who said being a rocker chick is a lot like being first lady or something, or what did she say, prime minister? If you have to tell people you are, then you aren't. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's a direct quote.
That's right, Thatchy.
Yeah. I mean, she was a terrible person, but she got that right.
But she was right about
telling
that.
people you're a rocker chick.
Yes.
It's like, no, if you have to say that, if you have to refer to yourself as I'm a rocker chick or something, like, you just aren't one. And also, if you're trying to portray a character as one in a movie, like, it's a lot more than just darker hair, darker clothes, and some eyeliner.
And a nose ring.
And a nose, yeah, and some...
Also, if you're trying to make...
conveniently placed tattoos.
If you are trying to depict a tattoo artist, I have never in my whole life met a tattoo artist that has one big... same pattern tattoo. They experiment on each other and on themselves. And every tattoo artist I know has a million random tattoos all over them. So that was a miss. Make her be a hairdresser. That's what she looked like. So what if it's not as cool? It's more realistic. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Kay was on our first recording of this, and she was upset that after having just seen the 2013 version, that they went to the trouble of stringing her up in the elevator the same way that they had Mia up in the tree with the branches and the vines, and in this one, the cables. But they didn't go the full, to your point, of pretty much shying away from like the money shots in this.
Yeah.
They didn't go the full penetration route the same way they did with the tree.
We just want to see full penetration.
Is that too much to ask?
It's not. I mean, another specific scene. I guess we're kind of getting into spoiler territory.
Well, we don't have to say who lives and who dies or anything.
No, but there's another specific scene where a character is, you hear like glass crunching, and then you see the characters eating like a wine glass. And now that's cool. I like seeing that. That's always a neat thing to see. Someone
It's
just
gross.
like
Makes you cringe.
chewing on glass. It looks absolutely horrible. You just imagine how it's tearing up their mouth and all this. And then this character swallows the glass, and it's a really cool scene actually, where you like see it, the sharp bits of it like going down her throat, and then it like kind of pokes the skin out, and then that's it. And then it goes away. Like, why did you not have it pierce through the skin? Like,
why?
To me, that's
was there that whole thing with
just do it.
Like, you know what another thing is too with this is in these Evil Dead movies, the characters get hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And pull through or don't, but they usually get hurt so bad. And our main character in this, I feel like there's a key scene with a wood chipper, and I feel like our main character should have lost all
100%.
A couple toes at least, for God's sakes.
They did the back and forth editing, like the shooting, like the wood chipper, now the character, the wood chipper, now the character, then the other character, then the main character. Like, so many times that it was building up to see something like that. It is unrealistic to think that the process of dragging that character into the wood chipper
would have
by
taken
a creature
that long.
that had multiple hands would have taken that long.
I will say the special effects do look good. The stuff that they did, I didn't think any of it looked fake or computery at all. Especially, I thought there's a character at the end, the Deadites kind of merge together into a multi-limbed abomination. And I thought that looked really good.
Men.
Yes.
It did not give birth,
or
though.
in The Color Out of Space. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that did not look bad. That was actually, I was actually hoping, like, while watching it, they would show that more, because they didn't spend a lot of like camera time focusing on that monster thing, right? But now thinking back, like, I'm kind of glad they did it, because it kept it from looking cheap.
Yeah,
it kept it from looking fake, and it also added like a weird horror, like a scary theme, like layer to it. Because it was, you'd get little clips, then you see like a stump sticking out, or like a hand but pointing in like a crazy direction, and you're just like, oh, this is just some weird like patchwork creation,
like
of
a rat
legs
king, but human.
Yeah, and it's some of the main characters all together, so it's like funny and gross to see all their heads together, and that was a fun effect.
I enjoy thinking about the amount of trauma that the young child in this is going to have. I hope that if they make another Evil Dead in 10 years, it's about her.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to have some things to work through.
Remember how the one, I think the mom gets stabbed in the face with the scissors? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right in the nose and mouth. And then pulls it out.
Gross.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. So, Jamie, I'm assuming you wouldn't recommend this. Is that correct?
No, Amy. That's not correct.
That's incorrect.
Because I can recognize that, like, my beefs with this movie are very personal to me.
Your beefs?
Like, my beefs. It just, I am just less a camp person, and I want the, like, violent horror stuff, and I want
real world horror.
I want it to be scary. Yeah, I want that. Not that I don't enjoy a campy one. I think after the 2013 Evil Dead, I was hopeful that that was the direction they would continue going.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, this isn't even the same guy at all. Fede Alvarez made the 2013, and this was the guy who made The Hole in the Ground. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah. And I remember being underwhelmed.
I think we were both underwhelmed by that. Although I can say that the special effects are lots better in this movie. Although I'm sure he was given lots more money.
But I didn't hate my time. I didn't feel like it was a waste of money going to see it.
It was enjoyable.
I laughed. I still enjoyed a lot of the gore and blood. For me, it just wasn't. It wasn't like my favorite type of movie, and I probably wouldn't rewatch it. And they leaned too heavily on that trope that I'm so tired of.
Yeah,
like there were just too many scenes with that. And to be honest, like I just did not connect with that family dynamic. And not that I need to 100% connect with it, but like, I think I was just so annoyed at how stereotypical each character was. Like they were all way too eccentric and unique in very specific ways that I was just like, this is a little too on the nose and like a little too deliberate. It doesn't feel realistic.
Yeah,
and I guess it doesn't need to. I guess it doesn't need to be. Again, that's a personal thing because it's an Evil Dead campy type movie.
It feels deliberate and calculated in a way that is gross.
Right. In a way that doesn't like suck me into the movie in a way where I can like escape. I'm just thinking about like, oh, that kid has like such a specific haircut, and like you're obviously a very. Like, I get that teens are expressive and that sort of thing, but, like, oh, my God, the mom is just like, y'all, everyone be themselves, and we love I mean, it was just all too, a little too, like, perfect.
I understand what you're saying. What did you think of the quips? I would recommend it.
Oh, I thought the quips were funny. The one,
you liked them?
The one really, really got me. The one where she says something like, something about her tummy.
I have to get rid of the yuckies in my tummy.
Yeah, that was so like out of nowhere. I chuckled real hard at that one.
And the titty sucking parasites. That was one.
Titty sucking parasites.
Open the door like you opened your legs, you groupie slut.
Yeah, there were. The one-liners in this were much better. The delivery wasn't great.
Exactly. I don't think.
That's
unfortunately.
Again,
I thought that they would have been good if they were better delivered.
To me, is like it spent the whole time being almost there, but then just not like climaxing. It was just like
just edging the whole time.
You're just getting me there, and then you're leaving me at the end like unsatisfied. And who wants that?
Nobody, Jamie.
Nobody
wants that.
No. I want to be satisfied in the movie theater.
That's personal. And I'm uncomfortable.
By the movie.
By the movie. So that's what we think about Evil Dead Rise. Sounds so weird.
I hated it just now when you said it.
Thank you.
I wanted you to say Rises.
I know. That's what we think about it. The title and the movie. We would love to hear what you thought of the movie. And also what you think of Beau is Afraid. I do hope to see it. I don't know
if it's worth us covering it on the show? Because is it a 3 hours of an objectively non-horror movie?
I think it is.
Because I'm going to watch it regardless.
Yes, I'm going to go see it.
But like, I will hold off on seeing it in the theater if we're not going to cover it here.
What I would like, listeners, is if you'd really like for us to cover it, since Jamie's not super into the idea of seeing it in the theater, just let us know. You know, if you want us to review it, we'll review it. But if you don't particularly care, then maybe we'll wait. And I'll just go see it and I'll tell y'all, it wasn't really a horror movie, but it was cool and weird or whatever. Yeah. Or if you've seen it, weird, let us know. Does it fall into our genre? I mean, you know, we've played pretty fast and loose. We did Fantastic Beasts the one time, you know, but
I mean, that really was a special case.
That was just, you know, that was to make my co-hosts happy because they're HP fans. It was a different time. Anyway.
It was a different time. And it took a real downturn after that movie.
Very sad. Very sad indeed. So, well, for our next movie, we're not going to do Beau is Afraid because, like I said, we're going to wait and see what y'all tell us. So we figured for the next one, Infinity Pool, the Brandon Cronenberg picture, is now a reasonable price to rent on demand. So you can watch it at home for like $5.99.
$5.99? Are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your mind? So that's what we're going to do. And we suggest that you do the same. And we promise that will be our next movie. No switcheroosies. We swear.
Nope. I mean, yes, I swear also. But
Yeah.
nope, no switcheroonies.
Jamie's fingers are crossed. She thinks I don't know.
It's off camera. How do you know?
I just know. I have informants everywhere. Caesar's on my payroll.
Oh, you would be.
So we're going to watch that for next time. We hope that you guys have a good 2 weeks. Jamie and I both somehow sporadically, or not sporadically, but I don't know what the term would be. We both randomly decided to rewatch True Detective at the same time and just compared notes on Monday and happened to be on the exact same episode. Neither of us knew that we were rewatching it.
Of all the things that the two of us could be rewatching, and I'm a serial rewatcher, we both decided to rewatch this at the exact same time. We just must have been itching for it. Any of you listeners, if you have not watched it, I cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah, it's a terrific show. It's one of the best, I think.
I
haven't watched as many
doubt.
TV shows as Jamie. She would have a better grasp on the wide world of television, but that's what I think.
It's wonderfully acted. The story is awesome. The story is creepy.
Yeah.
It's so freaking good.
And the music's really good.
Oh, it has an amazing single shot that's like, 3 or 4 minutes long?
Yeah, it's terrific. That episode's
moving through an entire house. It freaking blew my mind the first time I saw it. Like, it is just so good. Oh, I can't say enough good things about that freaking first season.
I would also say for our younger listeners who maybe haven't seen the older Evil Dead movies, if you liked the goofiness in this one and the campiness in this one, I really recommend at least Evil Dead 2, I would say, because Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of Evil Dead with more money and a little leaning harder into the camp. So give that a try. And then if you like that, Army of Darkness is fun. It's a little dated now, but it's fun.
It's been a while since I've seen Army of Darkness, but I remember many times watching that in high school.
Yes, me too. And loving it.
Yeah. It's good times.
All right, listeners. That about wraps it up. I've been watching my waveform this entire time.
Oh
it's
my God,
all there.
I haven't.
Don't do that to me, Jamie.
Can you imagine?
No!
I would just give you the track from my last one and be like, make it work.
Cut them together. Cut them together. Oh, Lord. That would be funny.
Yeah, it would.
So we hope that you have a good couple weeks, and we'll meet you back here to discuss Infinity Pool in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, to talk body fluids and Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth, who
That's
I gotta
right.
say, she's on a roll right now, and I love her, like, insane energy in movies, so I'm really excited to see her in something else.
Yeah, and I've heard nothing but good about this movie, so I'm excited
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
And it probably goes there. If it's anything like Possessor.
I did hear that it has all of the body fluids.
Terrific. So it's like High Life. Great.
So it's got a lot.
Okay.
A lot of fluids. It's a moist movie.
Well, get ready for that one. I'll bring a towel.
Ooh.
Jamie, thank you for joining me and re-recording.
Yes, of course.
Hopefully we won't have to do it again.
We will.
Anytime soon.
Yeah, okay. That's a better goal.
Yeah.
A more realistic, tangible goal.
2 weeks without an accident.
Yeah.
Okay, until next time, I've been Amy.
And I am and always will be Jamie.
Thank you. Good night. Hail Ratma. Shabbat Shablam.
Etc. Etc.